play of the game from way down.
True, silence. Rainer getting absolutely
A team wipe.
The living bomb's going.
Oh my goodness, the ring. Bob Stasnico gonna find Rainer.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Nexus Gaming Series. It's Super Bowl Sunday. It's the last day of the regular season for Division B, C, and D. And we're bringing you the second to last game of the season between Randy Newman and the Baddest Dudes. And this is a Division D West matchup. And it holds a lot of importance to so many teams here. Let's take a look at how these standings showcase. As the teams are ready to go, they actually just started the draft, so we're going to do this fairly quickly here. Randy Newman sitting at 23 points. If they can get 2 points, they will tie. And if they tie, they will be second place. If they can get 3 points, they'll be first place. Anything less than that, and they're third. So the first through third going to be determined by this matchup. The Baddest Dudes, however, they're sitting at 7th. They don't hold the tiebreaker over either Psystorm or We the Pepegas. So they need a point to get ahead of We the Pepegas. They need 2 points to get a hold of Psystorm. Number 4 is the only position that is secure in where they are. Everybody above them and for several steps below them, I guess number 8's secure as well, can be affected by this. So this is a very, very important game. Checking in on our map bans. Randy Newman starting off with the Battlefield of Eternity and Dragonshire bans. The Baddest Dudes coming in with the Braxis Holdout and Towers of Doom. And our first game is going to be on Volskaya Foundry. The selection of the Baddest Dudes. So there you go. That's where we stand. That's how important this match is. Every point matters for each of these teams. Ultimately, the Baddest Dudes could get away with a 2-1. That would 2 points for them is the best case scenario. 3 is better, but 2 is enough. But that's not going to be the case for Randy Newman. They need 3 points to get that first place position. And we're starting off with the bans on to Oriel, Johanna, Malthael, and Cassia. Do I not? Is this a completed notebook? Wow, that's a lot of casting. First selection here going to be the Sylvanas for Randy Newman. There we go. Now I got space. All right, Volskaya Foundry. So as mentioned, Oriel, Johanna. So Deathwing is still up and available. Could be picked by either team. So far, neither team wanting to take it. As we see the Lucio and ETC. Alarak going to be the next pickup here for Randy Newman. And what do they pair that with? Somebody else that can do a lockdown. I would have liked to have seen the ETC, but Mal'Ganis will work. Now the real question is how much feeding will Mal'Ganis do this game? Do want to shout out Separate Bill, thanks for the follow, appreciate it. I've been a little lax in acknowledging some of those here recently. Mquizzle as well, just because the way that I had everything set up, the history didn't show up. So I'm going to try to make sure that we're getting those. Gonna see an Anduin ban there. Gonna be the third ban for the Baddest Dudes. Don't see a whole lot of Gazlo. You certainly don't see a whole lot of Gazlo bans, but you know what? I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that. Is that The Rhonda Newman? Oh. Really? I had no idea. I didn't know that Tuna Breath was a former Randy Newman. But there we go. We're gonna pick up the Orphea and Greymane here, so okay. And we get the Stukov Zul'jin. Right on. Cassie was banned. Oh, they're gonna take the Lily, right? Just cuz. Actually, I wouldn't hate the Lily. An offlane Lily could happen. Let's see, Greymane. Who am I missing? Larry. Yeah, okay. And it's gonna be Leoric. That's fair. You know, I didn't really expect the Lily. Let's see, this is Randall Newman. Who's Randall Newman playing? Sylvanas. Well, then who's Randy Newman playing? Mal'Ganis. Who's Nandy Ruman playing? Oh my goodness, I got this all kinds of... I literally just had all the people on the wrong heroes. Either that or they swapped. I better make sure that they didn't swap again. Randy Newman on that. Yeah, okay, we're good. Alrighty. Vote in chat for who you think's gonna win game number 1 between Randy Newman and the Baddest Dudes. What do you think? Vote for who you think's gonna win, vote who you want to win, or, you know, just vote for whatever. All right, here we go. Game number 1, Volskaya Foundry. On the left, we got Randy Newman. We're gonna see Randy Newman playing Mal'Ganis, Randall Newman on Sylvanas, Randy Newman on Stukov, Randy Nudeman on Alarak, and Nandy Ruman on the Zul'jin. And over here for the Baddest Dudes, we've got Night Raven on Leoric. We got ETC played by Rondertaker, Black and Avian playing the Lucio. Cactus Ham gonna be on the Greymane, and Savior 123 on that Orphea. I don't know. I feel like if you're playing, if your name is Black and Avian, you should always be Medivh. Hey Dax, welcome. Orion Jones, Cyan. Good to see you folks. Butte Holiday as well. Hope everybody is staying well hydrated. I know I am. So Lucio hasn't yet selected his level 1, but is going to get put to sleep there for just the briefest of moments. We don't have a winged guard, so that's excellent. We don't have a band of talent right out of the gate. Love to see it. Leoric pressuring that bot lane right out of the gate, trying to get that soak, and that puts a little bit of an advantage for the briefest of moments in the hands of the Baddest Dudes. But we're still on this first wave of minions, and looks like chat calling out for Randy Newman here. Big silence coming out. Orphea just barely able to walk through the silence, and no first blood just yet. Well, that's good, Dax. I'm glad that Butte reminded you too. I posted in div chat as well. All right, let's see. Anything super exciting here? So this is Fetid, right? Spine Launcher rather. So he gets the ranged. Is that smooth moves? It's a Chalorando. Hey, Dax, buddy. Thanks so much for the gift subs. You're a pal. Lucio coming in. We've got a camp invade successfully, I might add, coming in from Randy Newman. And I recall Randy Newman being very aggressive on these camp invades in other games. So, you know, the Baddest Dudes are going to have to recognize that, adjust their gameplay to make sure either at the very least they're picking up their camps early enough to prevent Randy Newman from doing that. Again, Dax, I appreciate the 5 community subs. Hope everybody enjoys their new puppy emotes. You're welcome, Dax. Big sleep there on the ETC. We're gonna get the telekinesis from Alarak, but not enough really from the 3 of them to fight into a 4. Sylvanas hanging out in the top lane, going to continue gathering that soak and pushing that lane up. I expect, yeah, we're gonna see the siege camp get picked up here. And I wouldn't be surprised if Sylvanas just says, hey, I don't need to go with you guys on the point. Oh, Alarak, buddy. Oh, rip. First blood going over to Randy Newman on the Leoric there. But he'll be coming back soon. Zul'jin just cleaving away here, but has his, has the, I don't even know what it would be called in the Undead realm. Spectral Hand, I'm assuming. And it looks like we are going to see Randy Newman make their way to the point here. Alarak's still a little bit behind. Leoric and Zul'jin hanging out in the bot lane. Zul'jin nearly halfway done with his quest. Also of note here, ETC taking speed metal is going to be able to move a little bit faster. And pulling off the point, we've got him coming up onto the support camp. Looks like Randy Newman is just going to go ahead and give that up for the percentage. As level 7's here for both teams. It's going to be Echo Pedal there for ETC. We also have the Mind Devourer, so... Or if you take in some talents here, these are slightly adjusted, right? Basic attacks causing additional damage when you're at 3 stacks. This one now slows when you hit somebody with overflowing chaos. So she can kind of build her own additional damage. Up in the top lane, the wall goes down. Still 2 towers, though. Of course. Oh, man. That's what I got for thinking I should follow Sylvanas here. We get the rotation, the kill onto Zul'jin. I imagine, based on just the positioning of everything there, that Zul'jin was rotating what he probably thought was safely through this area. But of course, there were a full squad of the baddest dudes right there. And speaking of those fortification camps here, earlier I mentioned they needed to pick them up, make sure that they didn't get invaded. That's exactly what they've done. Picked it up right away to get that done. But both teams are level 7, 63% so far for the baddest dudes, 71% available for Randy Newman. So either team getting a big fight here could get the protector. Both turrets coming down from Randy Newman, and with those 2 turrets, oh, we get a pause. Let's see, go back to this one. See what kind of chat we had. Lucio rejoined the game, left the game. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, and you could tell too that Lucio was not moving like a human player would. Like it looked a little bit odd. Certainly body blocked, but yeah. So who got these, by the way? Let's see. Etymology 90. Congrats on your gift sub. Papa Patience. The stopped at Patty. Oh, we're done. Back into the game. Yeah, so they ended up getting 2 more kills immediately coming out of the pause there. Like, there wasn't even time to showcase that. It just happened. Spine Luncher. That's how it reads to me. With those kills, though, we've got Randy Newman getting the first protector of the game. Segatai and Butte Holiday and Atlas from Die for Vision all getting subs. Hope you guys enjoy those emotes there. With the wall down, we've got the protector heading up into the top lane. Greymane has that stealth talent, so when he disengages, but Cactus Ham is going to be able to make it out there. Got really slow thanks to Stukov and his bio kill switch. But the positioning of these lasers going really well, making sure that they can hit both the healing well and another structure, as level 10's now available for Randy Newman. Video playback does stream in wide mode or something, hence the 2... it is widescreen mode, yes. Which somebody already answered. Okay. Randy Newman with those level 10s, able to get the first fort of the game out of the first Punisher. So already coming into this very strong. Our ultimates here, so we've got Carrion Swarm, the Massive Shove, Taz Dingo, Wailing Arrow, and is this Deadly Charge? Deadly Momentum? Deadly Charge, yeah. And that's for Randy Newman here. They're going to get halfway down on the fort as well, so the power of Sylvanas bringing this down so quickly. But level 10's available here for the baddest dudes as well. We got the Cursed Bullet, the Entomb, the Mosh Pit, the Eternal Feast, and a dead Lucio. She's still having problems? Poor Lucio. Well, I haven't paused the game yet, so that's not my fault. That's not my problem. That's them. That's on them. But yeah, we basically have Orphea's Dream here, right? I mean, we've got the Mosh Pit Eternal Feast, we've got the Entomb Eternal Feast. A lot of ways to set up that Eternal Feast. But hopefully Black and Avian can get their connection worked out. See if it still shows. Is Lucio a bot? Yeah, Lucio's a bot. But you know what? I mean, they're electing to play with it, so such is life. Support camp is going to be picked up here, and we do have the siege camp going in the top lane now. Oh, gotcha, Cyan. Yeah, it is pretty small. If you ever, Cyan, if there's ever any talents you want to know about, let me know and I'll explain what they are. Because I can't very well zoom in on that box at all. Baddest dudes, though, giving Randy Newman a bit of a taste of their own medicine and coming in, stealing away the camp. The ETC power slide onto Zul'jin, they get that locked down. Mosh Pit got interrupted there. There's the Entomb. Any Eternal Feast coming in? No, it's just going to be a dead Leoric there, as Eternal Feast coming out too late. Greymane going to fall, Orphea going to fall, ETC going to fall, Leoric going to fall. And Lucio bot, the only one to make it out. Any chat about that? Nope. That's unfortunate, you know, because realistically, if Lucio wasn't a bot there, they have the sound barrier, and it looks like Night Raven here gonna get caught as well. But yeah, Lucio, if Lucio's not a bot there, they've got the sound barrier, they've got the amp it up shortly thereafter. You know, maybe not everybody lives, but certainly some people do, and maybe that fight turns in the other direction. They had a good starting point with that Entomb, they just couldn't quite finish the job. Hey, Litterock, thanks very much for the subscription. Always appreciated it. Always appreciated it. Appreciate it. There we go. I always appreciate it. Siege camp here is going to get taken out. It's going to be the primary focus of the baddest dudes here. ETC, though, getting just dumped on. One telekinesis, and then suddenly massive damage going in. Lucio still hasn't taken an ult. So I gotta wonder. He's still gone, right? Yeah, he's still gone. Mal'Ganis gonna get booped away there, but he is still gonna get the Leoric put to sleep. Mosh Pit coming in with the Eternal Feast, gets the kill onto Sylvanas. But they're still looking, and they've got Greymane, who's going to get taken out there by the Alarak. ETC very low, has to pull away. And that's going to be the second protector going over to Randy Newman. And level 16's up and available as well. I'm a little surprised. I was going to say, I think that I would have gone straight for the keep damage here.
What are you doing?
Oh, okay. So one tower down, the wall is about to go down. Here comes the second tower, and the Punisher, or the Protector rather, is still pretty healthy. So they're in pretty good shape still with this. Laser coming out here, gonna hit the wall, or the tower rather. And keep is just about to go down. So ETC's down for 25 seconds. There's still 30 seconds of protector. I think they could have probably gotten some core damage, but they don't have Sylvanas. She's in the bot lane. And Leoric here gonna get taken out. Buy the Protector. And it's really difficult because with... Oh, he's back. Lucio's back. And he went high 5. So there you go. Oh, you know what? I bet that was the bot. I bet the bot went high 5. Not to say that they wouldn't ever go high 5, but... And against a Mal'Ganis, maybe they would. But Black and Avian there on the Lucio going to fall. Deadly Charge coming in. Gets the silence onto ATC, but he's actually going to survive that. So that's 2 keeps down. Having the Lucio bot really puts the Baddest dudes behind in a significant way. I think AI Lucio went the ult that isn't sound. I think you're right, Sonics, bro. I think that's very much the case. And now the Baddest dudes are in a really difficult position here. They're down 16 still. They've lost 2 keeps. They haven't gotten any structures. You know, having the Lucio bot really put them in a position where they had to play a very different style of game. Because the AI just doesn't respond well. So Sylvanas is going to pick up the siege camp up in the top. The rest of the team going to pick up the fortification camp. Control point C is still a bit away. And I think it's likely that Randy Newman's going to have level 20 and that the Baddest dudes won't. So I think the Baddest dudes need to find some place in here that they can get a fight. They're looking for that fight right now. Here's ETC looking at the Alaric. The Mosh Pit coming out. Can they get the kill? So close, but the silence is coming out, stopping the Mosh. Eternal Feast was just too late. And the Wailing Arrow coming out. The Unstoppable on Orphea going to cleanse the silence, though. Was that another... Yeah, Lucio's gone again. So we get a 4 for nothing, and at this point, Randy Newman says, all right, we're almost level 20, but we're not that worried about it. We can get onto this core. We'll get 20 just from the minions we have to kill here. And that is looking very much like it's going to be game number 1 going over to Randy Newman. So 18-3 in kills, and again, I feel like a lot of that was just simply the fact that Lucio was a bot for so much of that game. And that's really unfortunate. But the good news for the Baddest dudes is they're still not out of their best case scenario. Their best case scenario only requires 2 points. Randy Newman officially got basically 0 benefit out of that unless they continue to win. Alrighty. We'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to check in with the teams and see if everything's all right and where we're going to go from here. So don't go away. We'll be back in just a moment.
Impressive, Archer. But you'll need to do better than that.
You have no idea what I am capable of.
Good. Because you must be ready for anything.
Yield!
You show promise, Hanzo. Well done. But greater challenges still await us.
I believe we are ready.
It's time to find out.
All right, welcome back, everybody. So we did get a sub in. So we've got Demon Grand taking the place of Black Avian, or Black and Avian. So we are all set up and ready to go here for the next game. It's going to be played on Infernal Shrines, and it was the selection of Randy Newman. So we're going to have the Baddest dudes coming in with first pick. So let's get this show on the road, shall we? All right, so hopefully we make it through this round and don't have any disconnects, any challenges with that. Abbott, they're going to be the first ban here. Don't see a whole lot of Abathur these days. Infernal Shrines isn't one of the more common ones that we do see him on, but I could see him getting a pretty decent amount of value here. And there goes the Deathwing ban. We did see that last game, right? Or no? Ariel was the ban. So we'll see if Ariel makes it through. I'm surprised that Deathwing didn't get picked in the game, in the first game, didn't get banned in the first game, but they're banning it here now. Malthael going to be the second ban here. So it kind of begs the question: is there's the possibility of a Cho'Gall coming, right? Really from either team. Johanna going to be the final ban of our first round here. And there's the Oriole, and I gotta say, I'm even more wondering if there's a Cho'Gall coming. All right, so Randy Newman. Do they steal it? They could steal it right here. They could take it right now. They're not gonna. They're gonna take Sylvanas and Alarak. It worked well for them last game. Why make changes now? All right, show me the Cho'Gall. If you don't take it here, it gets banned, I assume. I think Randy Newman is the Cho'Gall team. All right, fair enough. Could still be Cho'Gall. But it may not be. Getting the ETC and the Greymane, having that mosh pit once again. A lot of interrupts for the mosh pit. Greymane with Curse Bullet again, probably. Maybe. We're going to see the Jaina ban. Excuse me. And if this is a hero that in any way could potentially counter Cho'Gall, I feel like Randy Newman has to be aware of that. They could still take Cho'Gall. Stukov, okay. That makes sense. Stukov was really the primary interrupter on the ETC mosh pits quite a bit, or, you know, many times throughout that match. We're going back into the Mal'Ganis, so Kael'thas now instead of the Zul'jin. And what's it gonna be for the baddest dudes? Looking for damage, looking for a solo lane, most likely. Looking for something to deal with the Mal'Ganis. So they've got the ETC, but another easy interrupt stun or something could be nice. But they're gonna get the Leoric and Gul'dan, so that's gonna help them with the wave clear pretty significantly. You changed colors in my chat, Dax. Did you do that on purpose? All right, gonna be the Anduin coming in for Randy Newman. Anduin Mal'Ganis. That is a fun combo. You throw a light bomb on him, he's doing his night rush, going to sleep the enemy team. Could be a problem. That said, Mal'Ganis is their only frontline. So if, say for example, they can get a good stun chain onto him with a Detainment Strike perhaps, followed up with ETC, maybe they can make this work. Yeah, you went from like orange to blue, at least on my chat screen there. So just updated standings there now. Randy Newman within 1 point of tying themselves up with Bloodfin and Waiting on Cherry. 1 point would put them ahead of Bloodfin, but they're going to need 2 to get ahead of Waiting on Cherry. Meanwhile, the baddest dude's still sitting in number 7 behind We the Pepegas. Same thing for them. For each additional point that they get in this game, right here, right now, they go up 1 level on the chart. Could be Alarak off lane. Could be Kael'thas off lane even, if they're safe. All right, let's get this game going. We got the baddest dudes on the right, currently down 1-0. Cactus Ham on the Greymane, Demon Grand playing the Oriole, Rondertaker on ETC, Savior 123 on the Gul'dan, and Night Raven on Leoric. All right, and Randy Newman here on the left. We've got Nandy Ruman playing Kael'thas, Randy Newman on the Alarak, Randy Newman on the Anduin, Randy Newman on Mal'Ganis, and Randall Newman on Sylvanas. And yeah, that's what I was saying, Valera, is that the baddest dudes need to take a point to pass We the Pepegas. They need to take 2 points to pass Psystorm, because they don't have the tiebreakers for either. Why they know sports balling? I don't know. They're not European teams. Is sports ball on? Big sleep there onto the DPS. So power slide coming in from ETC. He's got a living bomb, so he has to be a little bit careful about spreading it. But he's gonna make it out okay, just fine. Everything's fine here. How are you? Echoed Corruption gonna be the pick for Gul'dan, so he's gonna have the corruption stacks going. It looked like Telekinesis was looking for Mal'Ganis, but he's on their team, so I don't know. Cactus Ham gonna take a lot of damage there from both the Kael'thas and Alarak. Gul'dan heading off into the middle to try to gather soap. Keep things moving forward. Oh, you don't know either. Gotcha. Yeah, that'd be great. Let us know when sports ball starts. All right, so Randy Newman gonna get the siege camp. Now, do they sniff out this bot camp? Nope, they don't care. They're gonna just come in here. They recognize that they're probably on the bot camp. As Sylvanas gets the kill onto Leoric. First blood again down there in that off lane that I missed in this game. So again, with the camp invades, Randy Newman able to successfully take both of the siege camps in the mid lane here. The aggressive one cleared out now by the baddest dudes. Oh, gotcha. Thanks, Silvara. In the bot lane, Randy Newman's going to clear up the siege camp that was previously here, putting in some pressure from the baddest dudes, but Mal'Ganis coming in, looking for a sleep, gets it onto ETC. Alarak pull, we get the Fell Claw stun. The root, however, not going to land. It was a little late coming out from the Anduin here. And we do have Sylvanas double soaking and hitting that conversion as well, so able to pick up these lanes very quickly. Shaman camp's going to be worked on by both teams for this first Punisher. It's going to be an Arcane Punisher up in the top lane. I'm sure the Puppy Bowl is on, like, somewhere. You can probably catch it somewhere. Well, they banned Gazlo in Game 1, so I guess that's where that came from. Chastise not quite going to land, but the Night Rush is. But ETC says, you put me to sleep, I'm going to go ahead and slide right on over you. And this is a 5-on-4. Gul'dan's not here yet. So ETC gets pulled in, has the living bomb, has to be careful. Maybe the first kill, it is. But looks like that may be it. Mal'Ganis able to make use of that Night Rush, put people to sleep, get out of the danger zone there with the limited health he had. Sure, streamable, we'll call it that. And the Shrine finally activated here. Big sleep from Mal'Ganis. Can they get anything out as Chastise going out onto the Gul'dan? Gravity Lapse, and with the living bomb, is it enough? It is. Oriel didn't have a whole lot of hope there, so she wasn't able to save that Gul'dan. Ten skeletal defenders so far. And once again, like, Mal'Ganis just able to put whoever wants to come up here, putting them to sleep. Rayman's gonna head down into the bot, or I'm sorry, into the mid, trying to gather soap, trying to get the team caught up here in the XP, maybe get a little bit of an advantage even, as it's looking like Randy Newman's gonna get this pretty simply. ETC though probably just deleted here. And ETC, again, is one of those tanks that is really great in a lot of situations, but if you can get him locked down, he doesn't quite have the same base health pool. His effective health pool is pretty decent because of the fact that he can have near constant uptime on his 25 armor. Gul'dan getting caught by the Punisher right at the wall, and Alarak is so good here. He capitalizes on those Punisher stuns so easily. And this is likely going to be a fort. Sylvanas here shutting down the tower, allowing the Punisher to, you know, walk around, kill some minions, as you do when you're a John Cena-like Punisher. Squish the ants between your toes. But again, we see the Baddest dudes catching the Punisher right at the wall, not allowing it to come across so that the fort can do damage as well. I wonder, does this actually tell me how much the damage is from the fort? 440. How much is the tower damage? 330. Interesting. 375 and 250. Interesting. I didn't realize how much of a difference there was. Anyways, we got a fight here. Cactus Ham barely able to make it away as the camp being invaded by Randy Newman once again, but it was picked up by the Baddest dudes, so they were able to get that successfully. Gather the XP. It won't get any real structure damage. $49ers, if anybody asking. Gotcha. There's the Night Rush again. Power Slide going out onto the Mal'Ganis here. So protecting that Oriole, because it was pretty close. I'm not sure if the Night Rush would have made it all the way there. But that being said, we do have right here the Spreading Plague. So after he gets somebody put to sleep, he's going to do AoE damage as well. And that continues. If you auto-attack somebody, that continues until you don't for 5 seconds. So Leo checking out to make sure that Sylvanas is not getting that Shaman Camp or just taking the safe way here. Although we do see pretty much everybody from Randy Newman across the map. Mal'Ganis trying to catch somebody, but again, not able to do so. But that's a relatively short cooldown. It's like 12, 16 seconds. We can check. It is 16 seconds. We got Carrion Swarm. It's going to be Salvation, Deadly Charge, Pyroblast, and Wailing Arrow for the Randy Newman crowd. On the other side, though, we've got the Horrify. Pyroblast was begun, but they ended up stopping it there as Mal'Ganis wasn't quite able to land the sleep. So we got the Cursed Bullet, the Horrify, Resurrect, Entomb, and Stage Dive. So I'm a little bit surprised that we are seeing the Sylvanas, you know, in the off lane pretty much the whole time. Goodbye, Gul'dan. I think you'll get rezzed. Yep. So at least Gul'dan died in a place that he was able to be rezzed safely. Because when you consider the fact that we've got an Alarak and we've got a Kael'thas, a lot of ways to deal with a Resurrect if they're a little bit too far forward. Shaman Camp picked up by the Baddest dudes. It's about to be picked up here by Randy Newman. And Baddest dudes setting up this time on the point ahead of Randy Newman. That said, they can't be too patient because they do have a siege camp here just hanging out in the lane where the Punisher's going. So they have to be careful. And now the minions coming into the bush, scouting out the ETC. Those minions were face checking a bush. Now looking for the Stage Dive, looking for the Horrify here to separate the team, cause a little bit of chaos. There's the sleep onto Leoric here. We're getting some dot damage going out across the team. Stage Dive coming in. Randy Newman getting very low on the Sylvanas. The knockback stopping the salvation here. Cactus Ham a little bit low below, but a big silence onto ETC and spreading that living bomb. But it's going to be Kael'thas going down first, just too far forward with that Horrify. Mal'Ganis using Feldclaws is going to get pulled away. Alarak nearly getting a double kill there with that Discord Strike. But it's looking like Randy Newman having to pull back and possibly give this one away to the Baddest dudes. But, of course, that's all just a joke. We see the the Discord Strike onto ETC, so he's down. Oriole does have Resurrect, but they do get the Punisher. It costs them 2 players, though. And Oriole's pretty far back dealing with the Shaman camp up here. So no Resurrect coming. Not really any reason to at this point. The objective's going to get cleared. May as well have the people come back and be full health anyway. So far, 8 kills to 1. And Greymane down here once again. I'm pretty sure that Mal'Ganis has an idea. Let's take a look at their vision. So at least currently, doesn't know for sure, but there they are. Look at that. Looking for the Night Rush onto the Orioles. She's able to get away here, though. Silence coming in onto the Leoric, so the Entomb getting no value. Nobody was quite close enough to do anything about it. Camp still is available here. ETC is going to get pulled off of it. Knockback put to sleep, or I'm sorry, silence. Night Raven going in hard for it as well. The Salvation coming out, though. Cactus Ham going to be the next to fall, I think. So a 3-for-0 trade there on that bottom siege camp. And this is going to now be the bottom fort going down as well. So this will be the second fort. And this time they don't even have a Punisher. But they do have the siege camp. So it's getting to do some additional damage. Oh, great. Alright, well, hopefully those 3 will be quiet now. But all the way into the fort wall here being taken down, we get, once again, the Telekinesis Discord Strike follow-up with that Night Rush to put ETC right back in the graveyard. And I gotta say, I mean, if you're ETC at this point, it feels bad, right? I mean, you've got 5 deaths so far. Gul'dan has 4. Getting the Resurrect is great, but this combination of abilities, there's nothing ETC can really do about it. It's all about positioning at that point. He almost has to anticipate it and basically stun the, like, just go in hard, because he's gonna die if he's just on the outside edge of that telekinesis every time. So if he's there, he has to commit to it, I think. Or use a face melt if he didn't. He took Rockstar, or Speed Metal rather. So he doesn't have the ability to face melt away with that positioning. So just gotta have good positioning, or in the event of potentially being too far, gotta fully commit. Here comes the stage dive into the team. Most of them gonna spread out, but they do get a bunch of them together here. Big Horrify gonna get the kill onto Kael'thas thanks to that. Greymane's got a living bomb, is likely to spread that. I guess it was spread to him. Carrion Swarm going out, and you know what? Mal'Ganis just doesn't care. He's like, I got stasis, I can get out of this. Can he get the Night Rush to put him to sleep? Not enough. But need to clear up the Shaman camp before it does any significant damage to this top keep. And it's of important note, they did that down a talent tier, by the way. Welcome, everybody. Ektar showing up here, watching some Division D East. Sorry, West. Where's my usual co-caster, Alpha? She's in the other room. Shaman now picked up once again here. So, mentioned it earlier, Randy Newman picking up all of the camps. Now, the baddest dudes, thanks to their advantage, getting that kill and the staggered death, they're able to pick up this Frozen Punisher in the top lane. So, they need to make something happen out of this. They've got to get the push into this top fort, because they're likely trading for it, right? Sylvanas plus a camp, plus the rest of the team, like, they're going to be able to shut this down and do damage. So Frozen Punisher is going to shut down the tower so that they can do much the same thing. It's just a question of who thinks they have the better race. And there it is. I was going to say, it wouldn't have surprised me if we just saw a core race even. I think with the siege camp, Sylvanas and the power of Sylvanas, maybe they could have had a full core rush there and possibly won. The Punisher's going to get pulled over here. Stage dive coming out is going to miss. Night Raven getting obliterated by Alarak, as is the Oriole here. Gul'dan the next to fall. Pyroblast coming in after Greymane. He has nobody to dive to even get the armor. Is ETC gonna fall? And Greymane getting blown all the way over to here. A full 5-man team wipe for Randy Newman. The Punisher goes down, and now with double support, or sorry, siege camps coming in this mid lane. Yeah, I was gonna say, are you heading to the bot lane? I mean, bot lane's got pressure in it too, but you're right here. Like, push this. You got the siege camps. And here we go. This is gonna be the first keep of the game going down. Question is, with level 20s, does Randy Newman feel confident to be able to go in, especially being 2 heroes down for the baddest dudes? And the answer looks like they don't. If they're not going to go core, I'd like to see him finish off this bottom keep. But they didn't really make that call early enough. So now it becomes a risky play. Even with level 20s, it's just a poke game for them. So they're going to just go ahead and continue what they've been doing all game. Gather more camps, put more pressure out, and move on. Sylvanas is going to go up and clean up top, make sure that they don't have an easy path to victory. And let's see, it looks like Randy Newman might be looking to set up a bit of a gank here, looking for anybody that might come through, looking to clear up this bottom camp. But not in the cards, so it looks like with the decent pressure here in this bot lane, we're gonna get our second keep now, about a minute later. And here comes the stage dive, but he's by himself into a team that can lock him down, and does. Yikes. All right, Oriole gonna go down, and I think that this is almost certainly the end of the game here. I think that Randy Newman now gonna go ahead and accept that gift. And we see here the GG's being called by Savior already. Pyroblast gonna make its way, just kind of hang out there. Can I zoom in? No, I can't. Weird. Did the other day, now I can't. And that is gonna be a quick 2-0. It's always quick when it's 2-0. But a quick 2-0 domination victory in favor of Randy Newman over the baddest dudes. And that will give Randy Newman enough points so that they now are in first place. That leaves Waiting on Cherry in second, and Bloodfin Murgles now in third, as as Waiting on Cherry has the tiebreaker. And baddest dudes remaining in seventh place. We'll take a look at the statistics and talents here for a moment. And there we go. Let's see. Go find us a lobby. Let me pull up the standings here just real quick. So there it is. There is your updated standings, and I'll put up a bracket here in a minute. But I am now joined by one of the Randy. Which Randy Newman are you?
This is Randy Newman.
Oh, well, there you go. We got Randy Newman.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, hey, listen, congratulations on your victory there over the baddest dudes. So that puts you into first place for the division. How you guys feeling about that?
It does. We were pretty stoked, not gonna lie. Third time's the charm, I guess, as far as NGS seasons go. But we were committed. We were motivated for that, and we were motivated because most of us are Chiefs fans and are trying to catch the Super Bowl. So
of course,
trying to make it a succinct round so we can all get there and watch the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I don't have a dog in this fight, but you know, Trixler apparently is a big Chiefs fan, thinks that they're gonna win, so he, you know, said, hey.
Oh, smart man.
Right. So he said, hey, I'll bet anybody that the Chiefs are going to win. So if they lose, he'll give gift subs out. If the Chiefs win, then whoever bet against him has to subscribe to his channel. And I was like, you know what? I don't care who wins, so I'll go in on that. I'll pay $5 to.
I see.
You know,
not bad.
give you a sub.
I wouldn't take that bet though. I'd be with him, so I can't take that bet.
Right. I mean, the only thing that I can say, and then we're gonna get back to the game, is somebody was talking yesterday about, you know, Andy Reid and his ability to give away Super Bowl games, right? So,
yeah.
Shrug.
Ouch.
So back to the game. So game one felt like it was just unfortunate, right? I mean, we're not going to dwell on this too much, but it felt like you know, Lucio going offline a couple of times, really for an extended period of time after that first pause, you know, did really kind of mess them up and left them in a bad place.
Yeah, for sure. Like, we obviously don't want to see that. We wish they would have paused more, because we're not like trying to play like the count your pause cards or anything like that, and like I guess it's always going offline, but just I guess weren't that tuned into it. But yeah, it's always unfortunate and not the best way to win. And sorry for them, but thanks for sticking through it. They had good spirits about it.
Absolutely. And then, you know, they were able to pick up somebody for the second game here. So, you know, I was surprised that Deathwing made it through game one, but then was banned in game two. Was there any idea as to whether or not that was likely to come out in game one? And what was it that, you know, convinced you that in game two it was more of a potential issue?
Well, we could be completely off base here, but we don't think that Volskaya is one of Deathwing's better maps, and are generally okay with if teams want to take Deathwing on Volskaya. We could be completely wrong, but that's kind of like at least how we feel. I guess sometimes you have to ban based on like, you know, whether it's true or not, you know, what makes you feel the best. So like, you know, Joanna's not the best tank, but it feels good when we ban her. I guess we play better. We have a better psyche, I guess.
Sure. No, and that makes sense. I can understand that, and it certainly makes a lot of sense. Infernal Shrines has really narrow points, has, you know, the team fight central, so his Bellowing Roar gets a lot of value. So, yeah, absolutely, I can get behind that. So, and then, you know, this is the last game of the season. You guys are in first place. You're going to be playing against Ghosts of Yavapai County and the rest of their letters. What are you looking forward to in this postseason?
Well, I guess it's nice to be the 1 seed after 3 seasons. It always feels good to have that. It's going to be nice to not have to play Waiting on Sherry or Bloodfin Murgles till the finals if we make it. So that's a good thing. And we like Yavapai, some good dudes. We've played them 3 seasons in a row now. We played them in the playoffs a couple times. Like, they always have fun games, so we always enjoy playing them. But yeah, just glad to make it back, and hopefully we'll finish it right this year.
Excellent. Well, I don't want to take up your time because I know the game is starting in not too long. So before we get to shoutouts, was there any particular moment that really to you was a highlight moment that either you did or something your team did or the enemy team did that you wanted to make sure that you shouted out?
I mean, I felt like overall we kind of had some surprisingly good synergy on that second game with the lockdown, especially on that ETC. We kind of weren't expecting to get some of those picks that we did, but I guess more specifically first game we had some really good roots and silences from that Stukov in game one, and I think a heal on like a mosh pit on Alarak towards the end of the game on Volskaya that like turned like a potential lost fight into like a 4v0 or 4v1 trade. I can't remember. So Stukov had quite some plays in the first game.
Yeah, that was it was a fight up at the top at the second control point, and it was unfortunate because I was sitting there, you know, and I was like, if only this Lucio wasn't a bot, he would have had a talent. He probably would have oh no, it wasn't top. I think it was bottom actually. But anyways, he would have sound barriered, and like it would have, like, maybe they don't all die there. Maybe some of them die. Maybe maybe some enemy team members die, but feels bad, right?
Yeah, like, so, yeah, of course, like that sucks. Been there, and you know, it's never a fun spot to be.
But you guys still, like you said, you had some really fantastic combinations. You guys made ETC look like they'd never played the hero, and that's not to say that you know Rondertaker did a poor job. It just was so so good of your team to say, oh, telekinesis into Discord Strike into sleep into whatever else if required, and ETC is just dead, right?
Yeah, it's pretty nice. We managed to stagger it. I'm surprised we didn't stack it all at one time, but
It's easy to do. It's easy to do.
yeah.
Good deal. Well, let's go ahead and cut to the shout out so you can get on to the game.
Oh yeah, thank you. First thing, shout out to Cactus Ham and the Baddest Dudes. They were really nice, and we were trying to get this game started early as possible for someone trying to get to the game. They were really chill about saying they could do that and making it work. It actually didn't work. We kind of started on time, as you'll see, because we had some other unforeseen people showing up late, but just really appreciate them kind of trying to help us out and get our game started early. After that, just thanks to you, Arrow, as always, for casting. Appreciate us getting out on Twitch and everyone seeing our games, and everyone at NGS for another fun season of HOTS. We really enjoy doing this. Yeah, and last but not least, our sponsor, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, as always, is a delicious beverage that we all should be drinking before this Super Bowl.
Awesome. Excellent. Well, thanks again for joining me. Congratulations on your victory. Don't forget, you need to report your game. Like, do it now so that they can get the brackets posted. Okay.
Oh yes, I guess yeah. All that annoyance and everything, I forgot.
Yeah.
I was
the
ready to go.
captain duties.
Yeah, unfortunately, but yeah, thanks for the reminder.
Absolutely. Have a good one.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right, so that is it for us here. So let's take a quick peek at the standings, and then we'll raid over. We'll find somebody to go watch some HOTS with. Updated standings: Randy Newman sitting there at the top. The Baddest Dudes at number 7. But let's look at that all-important bracket here, and there you go. Randy Newman, round 1 against Ghosts of Yavapai. We've got Bloodbath and Beyond versus Psystorm. Bloodfin Murgles versus We the Pepegas. Waiting on Cherry versus the Baddest Dudes. If any of that's wrong, sorry, I don't get paid for this crap. That's just what I got from my very cursory review and checking out who won and all that stuff. But I believe that's the bracket, so look for that later today. Don't forget to schedule your matches as soon as possible. But thanks again for joining me here on Super Bowl Sunday for cast number 97 of this season 8, and gonna be looking for that 100 sometime this week. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll see you again soon.